Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel after really long time. I did not post because I was being lazy. I started recording some videos but never finished those, so I've just didn't post those one obviously, but I'm gonna try to post as much as I can, and we're gonna start with this video. And in today's video I'm gonna show you all the books I have in my TBR for the month of June. We are already in the 6th month of this year. I still cannot believe it. Feels like yesterday was January 1st and today it's gonna be end of May. But without any further ado, let's get into the pile. So these are the books I have. So this is the one that I'm currently reading. I have read like 200 pages of this book, so I'm not sure if I will be able to finish this book in the month of May. So this will be going to in the month of June with me. It's like 700 pages long. The book is Fine Balance by Rohinton Mistry. I'm really enjoying this book, and I'm trying to make a separate video for this book as well. I'm trying to like do a little reading vlog kind of thing, so I'm gonna talk about this book more in that video. But this is the first book I have that I think I will be unable to finish this month, so I'm gonna read it in I'm gonna finish it in the month of June. So this book is basically based in the 1970s India, and it's the time when there was a big political shift happened in India after 1947. It was the time when India underwent an emergency. I think it was all over India emergency, and then there were like different fights, regional fights going on. So this book is depict that time of India. Though this is not based on any particular city, it's based on a fictional city or a fictional rural town as well, and does not represent somebody's stories, but it is heavily based on the things that happened in India in 1970s, which I believe still happens in India as I'm reading this book. Also, I feel this book is kind of a sad book as well. I'm like 200 pages in, and then there were a few moments happen where I just feel like I'm gonna cry. I had like my eyes welled up, but tear didn't fall. Kind of saved myself, but I'm scared to read the remaining 500, 400 pages whatsoever left in this book. So this is the first one. Second book I have is Albert Camus' A Happy Death. I don't know much about this book other than that there is this person who killed this old rich guy, and then he started to contemplate about his life, which is like in general Albert Camus books idea. I try to read one book every year that's written by Albert Camus. I cannot have this much of a philosophy in my life and then went into a rabbit hole or deep down just thinking about these things. So I just try to read one book every year. This is gonna be my fourth Albert Camus book, and weirdly I always read his books in June or July. I remember last year around the same time I was reading The Fall, and I'm gonna read this one. Currently I'm just gonna go blind in this book, so I don't know much about this one. The third book I have is Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. I think that's how you pronounce the name. So this is the only book I've purchased this year so far, because I'm trying to read as much as I can from my physical TBR. So I am on a book buying ban. So I think it's gonna be it's been almost 3.5 months. I didn't buy any book. I think I purchased this one somewhere around in February or January, and I don't remember. The reason I purchased this book because it was on sale, and the second thing was when I read the back of this book, it really intrigued me. So it says, one day the mother was mother, but then one night she was quite suddenly something else. So this book is basically a story of a former artist who became mother, and then her husband, he is usually on his business calls or like stay away. So slowly her mind starts to think, like create a different personality. She starts to thinking like she's a dog, so her habits changed, and she kind of went into cannibalism, I believe. That's what I've like heard. I don't know fully, but the blurb says, at home full time with her 2-year-old son, an artist finds she is struggling. She is lonely and exhausted. Her husband, always traveling for work, calls her from faraway hotel room one morning, toddler bedtime, and she fears she might lose her mind. Instead, she starts gaining things, surprising things that happen one night when her child will not sleep. New appetites, new instincts, and from deep within herself, a new voice. So I really just thought it was so good, and then it was on sale, so I was like, maybe I can just buy this one. So I've purchased this one, though I was there to buy something for my friend. I think I was there to just buy a card or something for my friends. So I end up buying this one, and I think I'm gonna really enjoy, and I really like the cover. It looks so good, such a beautiful cover. And this, I think it's gonna be the fourth book, I mean like third book in the TBR, technically the fourth book. The book is The Gift of a Cow by Munshi Premchand. This is translated from Hindi literature, and this was originally written in 1936. It's been almost 90 years. It's been 90 years this book was published. And this was originally written in Hindi, and this is the translated version. I think I've bought this one from a book sale last year, so, or probably a second-hand local bookstore somewhere. I don't remember that. I think it's been almost a year I purchased this book, but I haven't read. So this is the book my husband picked up for me. He picked up 3 books. I asked him to pick 3 books so I can have one. He picked 2 non-fiction, which I don't think so I was currently ready to read. One of them was Thinking Fast and Slow, and the Thinking Fast and Slow and Autobiography of Yogi. I don't think so I am ready to read those one, but I will keep those one on side. If I will be able to finish these one, maybe I will read those one. But this book is based in the rural part of India, and this is a story of a farmer who who has a debt, and he wants to buy a cow. And then it also depicts heavily the socio-economic point of view in the rural parts of India. As I have grown up in a village in India, I think these are the stories where I can see the point of relatability a lot, because in the book A Fine Balance, there was a part which was based in the small town or village or a rural area, which I can relate, because I've seen a lot of those things happening in inner surroundings where the classism happens. There are different caste systems, so I have seen those things while I was growing up, so I was aware of those things. But looking at and experiencing those things in real life, and then suddenly reading about those one, because I haven't been living in India for a while now, so I think somehow I'm kind of losing that touch, like how these things were happening, or how these things were surrounded, like around me all my life, but suddenly now I've been living in a completely different environment. So it was just like not a fresh point of view, it's something I've seen, so I'm reading that one in the books from the different years or the different decades, or this one and the other one both are published in the 1900s. This was in 1936 and Fine Balance was in 1995. So I'm really excited to read this one as well. The next book I have is I Want to Die But I Still Want to Eat Takbuki. I've read the first one and this is the second book. And unfortunately, the author passed away last year, I think somewhere in September as well. So this book is a conversation between the author and her psychiatrist. She has been diagnosed with, I think it was a mild depression, persistent mild depression throughout her life. So these are the conversations she was having with her therapist, and she recorded those one and then published into the books, both the books, the first one and the second one. The first one was I Want to Die But I Want to Eat Takbuki. I really enjoyed that book. I've read that one back in 2023, and I'm really excited to read this one as well. It will be a little weird because I saw the news when author passed away, and it was kind of shocking because she was, I think, 34, 35, not that old of a age. So I hope I will enjoy this book. And the last one, this book my brother picked up. Everyone on this train is a suspect. This is a thriller book. So the story is that there is a train and where different thriller writers are invited, and one of the person died. So now all the writers are suspects. So I'm kind of excited to read this one. I think it's been a while I've read any thriller book. I think I'm just reading this year so far I've read a historical fiction, and I think I've read Murakami, which is magical realism. And what else I've read? Yeah, I think I was more than currently lately I've been really enjoying just in general fiction. It's not any particular genre that I'm reading. So these are the books I have in my TBR for the month of June, and let's see how it goes. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.